I don't know if there's a way to say we could do that, but I just feel like in my spirit, I feel like God is involved in this process, that he is rekindling the fire, if you will. He's opening up, a new door, if you will, to people. I think there are people in the world that have been burnt by religiosity, right? Regardless of denomination, regardless of religious stance, they've been burnt by religion. Religion burns people because there's a ton of hypocrisy in it. There's a ton of problems that arise from it. But I believe that in this last hour that God is opening up a door to those who have gone astray, those who that one who is falling away because of, or that has fallen away because of things that have happened, right? Hurts, damage from leadership, damage from the church, people saying things they shouldn't, whatever it might be, for whatever reason they left. And finally, that was the last straw. I believe they went away, but I feel like in this last hour before the Lord comes back, he's opening up a door that he kind of is king back in, right? He's reaching back to that time where they really loved him, where he had that true one-on-one relationship with them. I think he's reaching back into their hearts and in their minds and saying, remember me. And I think that's where the place where things really change, is he gets back to that place where he's saying, remember when we first met, when we first fell in love, when you first loved me, when it wasn't about religion and it wasn't about who was in charge and it wasn't about what church you went to and it wasn't about any of that. It was just, you were so excited to find me and I was so excited to find you. Yeah. And I think God is rekindling that place of love for people. And if churches are ready, right, to receive that back to them, they're going to have a great influx of those who have been touched by God in this last hour. I kind of think that prophecy about, the former and the latter rain together, and I don't know that's I could be taking that completely out of context in a sense, but I feel like it's an indication that God is going to pour out his spirit in the last day in a bigger portion, and that bigger portion is going to pull in so many more of those who have been lost, who have gone astray. I love the story of Jesus. He leaves the 99, goes after that one. He says, I'm proud of all of these. I protected all of these, but there's one out there. I've got to go find them. And that's the heart of Jesus. And I pray that is the heart of our church. I try to, instill that just by preaching and teaching and loving people. But I think I can't do that. Like, that is the heart of the shepherd is going to go after, right? And I feel like God's spirit is really pulling on those. There's so many people I think about who have come and gone out of our church locally, but probably out of every church around, and who have come and gone. And if we had kept records, for instance, of all the people that walked through the door, all the people that were baptized in Jesus' name, all the people that have come through the doors and have left again. If we think about all those people that God had that one-on-one connection with, there's a lot. Yeah. And God doesn't forget any of them. Right. And Jesus, I think he looks at them like the lost sheep. Yeah. I think even today he's after them. I think right now he's calling on their hearts. I think about the time when I was sitting on 525 Tulare Street in Visalia, my second apartment, and I'm sitting on the couch, dirty old nasty couch, and all my friends are sitting around. We're having, kind of a normal evening there, sitting around the table and doing stupid stuff. And it's almost like I could hear, it's a Wednesday night Bible study. And it's almost as if God let me hear what was going on at my church, where I should have been, where my first love was. He let me hear. It's almost like he would pipe me in and let me hear it. It's like, so we're sitting at this table talking about nonsense.
And doing nonsense.
And doing nonsense. And I'm looking around this table and I'm like going, man, these guys can't hear this, but man, my heart would just crush within me because I knew there was something pulling. I had touched something that was way better than what was going on here. Yeah. I had this, my friends, I loved them all, but none was like that. None. Yeah. I didn't fall in love with them like I fell in love with Jesus.
Right.
Their love didn't change my life. His love did. And so